Representative Ortitay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a couple questions about the different line items and then about EITC as well. Secretary Davin, can you walk me through the marketing to attract business line, what that's used for, and where the money ultimately ends up?
Sure. I mean, one of the things that we do is we provide opportunities to try to attract businesses to Pennsylvania and keep businesses in Pennsylvania. And a lot of the funding throughout not only our marketing to attract business, but our marketing line items and the tourism line items are used for digital media effects to be able to make sure that we get the best bang for our buck. The bottom line is, I mean, a lot of places around us, have much more healthier marketing line items, and we don't, and we get that. But we're doing a great job of getting that message out. Marketing to attract businesses. What we will do in a lot of cases is we will go meet with business consultants, site selectors, really is what the general term is, throughout the country to talk about how we are talk about Pennsylvania's strengths, to talk about things close to your district, the Shell cracker plant, and to talk about all the opportunities we have around that Shell cracker plant.
Is that something that your staff does, that you do, or you guys hire that out?
No. We do that, and our staff. I do it myself. The governor attends some of these. We have luncheons sometimes to bring those, and we do that in Pennsylvania, and we do that outside of Pennsylvania too.
Okay, does any of that money go to the consultants, or is that mainly for travel?
Some money that go not to those particular consultants, because those consultants actually represent businesses that we're trying to get to come to Pennsylvania.
Okay, and over the course that I know you've not been in for the last decade or so, but how do you guys measure the result of, okay, there's $2 million in this year's budget, there was, 1.9, basically the same for the last 3 years. Right. How are you measuring the return on investment on that money?
We think we're getting a very good return on the investment. It ebbs and flows based upon what we think is the work that you put into it, and talking to my predecessor and talking to some of the folks in the previous administration, one of the things that they had talked about when I asked for advice on coming to this position, one of the things they talked about was the fact that we needed to do a better job of that. Our department needed to do a better job of getting out there, meeting with companies, meeting with site selectors to market Pennsylvania and market Pennsylvania's strengths and why it's such a great place to do business. Okay,
so I'll throw out the hypothetical here. Let's say we funded the budget for this line item at $10 million. What more could you do with another $8 million? And would it be too much or not enough?
It's hard to say. For marketing to attract businesses, we think that the amount that we have here is acceptable, and it's enough right now to get the message out, to make sure that we're putting our best face on, and to make sure that we're getting to companies and getting to consultants to show Pennsylvania in its best light.
Okay, so I'll ask the other side of that question. If we were to take it to zero, what would happen at that point?
We would not be marketing Pennsylvania. We would not be able to get out in front of businesses. We would not be able to get out in front of site selectors to make sure that they know Pennsylvania's attributes. It's interesting, Representative. You talk to site selectors, and in a lot of cases what they do is they look at paper. They look at our 9.99% corporate net income tax rate, and they'll look at that and say they're not sure if they want to go to Pennsylvania. You have to get in front of them, and you have to show them why Pennsylvania is such a great place to do business, why the Lehigh Valley, why Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Erie, Johnstown, and I'm not mentioning some representative districts, but all the districts.
Well, that's a perfect lead into the next area I want to hit on and talk about the Pennsylvania First program for me and what it does, where the money goes, what it's for, who ultimately gets it.
Sure. So the Pennsylvania First program, if you recall, in the last, I believe it was the last administration, it was combined, and it combined funding through our Opportunity Grant program and our job creation tax credit program and other site development programs, industrial site development program. And it's really utilized for those three things. So we take a good portion of those funds and use it for our WEDNET program, which is our incumbent trainer program. So in addition to all the programs that we developed for new companies and for new jobs and new workers, we have an incumbent training program that works with existing businesses and helps to train them. So part of that money is used for that. Part of that money is used to attract businesses to come to Pennsylvania and businesses that are looking for expansion opportunities to stay in Pennsylvania. One of the representatives spoke about New Jersey. And New Jersey has a program called New Jersey Grow, and they use the tax credits over the course of, I think, 10 years or so, and provide or make commitments anyway of those
Well,
funds.
I know I'm running out of time, and I don't mean to interrupt, but it looks like we're looking at $20 million for this year's budget. I just want to make sure that we're using taxpayer dollars as efficiently, and I see the red light, Mr. Chairman. I do have a few other questions, but I'll submit them, and
Okay.
we'll talk
Yep.
offline. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yep.